Morning, friends. Pastor Chuck Blair here. Great to have you joining me this morning for 10 minutes of morning calm. And for those of you joining us the first time, it's just a way we have a time to just settle during the day and maybe make joy the first note out of the day versus the more consistent way we tend to recite all our problems. So that's what we're going to do today. So the topic today is a match and fire. You know that the two are very different. And thinking of it this way, Seth Godin had a beautiful blog on this yesterday, really got me thinking. He said, very hard to carry a fire with you, but very easy to carry a match. And we're using the match here in a positive sense. Like what is that thing that can light other things? And that idea that we're always able to carry that with us. And it's easy to think, wow, well, but no, actually we need fire. We need to carry all this. We need to carry the wood and the kindling and the this and the da da da, fill in the blank. And the reality is, we can trust that we will find those things when we need them. And the most important thing to have is a match, and that's what actually is the fire starter. So what is that, and how could we maybe sort of look at that in a spiritual context? Well, the obvious answer is love, and that idea of what's that little match that we can carry with us. And I think that's a really significant piece to have, because it's easy to just say, well, love is the match, and the match lights fire, blah, 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 very simplistically, which is good at a certain level. But even for those of us struggling today, just thinking, okay, what's the match I can carry? All right, I can't carry it all. I get that. I can just carry a little thing. What's the little thing I can carry? Could it be a match? Could there be a match somewhere that could actually ignite something else in our lives, in the lives of others, in our communities, that could be helpful, even in a small way? Again, sometimes a match is lighting a bonfire, and sometimes it's lighting a candle. And maybe today is just one of those candle days for you, or maybe it's a bonfire. I don't know, but that idea of little things. So I want to read to you this beautiful piece from Christian New Church Theology, talking about that. And here it's talking about different perspectives on faith, different perspectives on spirituality. And if you think of that, it's not just talking to just religious people. I mean, we all have a spiritual perspective. Even an atheist has a very set spiritual perspective. And so I think we can bump this out a little bit into thinking, yeah, you know what, this is just talking about community in general and the world in general. So here we go. A doctrinal view is united when everyone loves each other or displays loving kindness. Notice doesn't say agrees on the five main tenets of any faith. That's pretty significant. Mutual love and loving kindness bring such people together into one, despite the variety among them, because it draws unity out of variety. So doctrine divides, charity unites. That's a key Christian New Church concept. When everyone practices loving kindness or loves each other, then no matter how many people there are, even if they number in the hundreds of millions, they share a single goal: the common good, the Lord's kingdom, and the Lord himself. That's just a beautiful idea, that if, as we really come to like see that little match, we light that match. What is that match like? What is that match all about? It's about this mutual love. And can we light mutual love? And can mutual love start to pull us towards a common ground? Because that's what mutual love inevitably does. I mean, it's kind of fascinating, right? As soon as you have mutual love, you're going to immediately have concern for the common good, because it's no longer this or that. It has totally broken down the concept of a binary. So I light this mutual love. Common good is the instant outcome of that. We start to worry about the whole. We start to concern ourselves with the whole. We start to lean into the whole, because it's no longer this side of the fence and that side of the fence. It's that we're all in it together. And that's a very different view. Boy, yeah, I hope that we can all see that. Boy, we can use a little more of that today. I think that could be particularly helpful. And the idea here, folks, too, that when that common good is served, that's how we serve God. That is that loving service into the common good is what actually brings heaven to earth. Again, very, very poignant there. That's what it's talking about at a very deep level. Yeah, and I find that really fascinating. So just thinking for today, what's that match for you? What can you light, quote unquote? Notice you don't have to carry all the wood. You don't have to carry all the things. You just have to carry a match. And what is that match about? It's about mutual love. What happens when we light mutual love? Well, it's real simple. Concern for the common good will start to grow. And what do we see when the common good grows? We see God coming to earth, just in a very simplistic way, in a simplistic series. So I hope that makes sense. I find, Seth Godin, by the way, highly recommend his blog. He's always got great things to say, and I really enjoy that match versus fire thing. So with that, dear friends, what we're going to do is I'm going to offer now a little meditation, a little prayer, a little blessing. And when all those things are done, what I'm going to do at the end of all that is then we'll do just a little shout out to people on social media. So with that, friends, let's get a little breath. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, bring you peace, and bring you home. Amen. All right, dear friends, let's get a little shout out here to folks who are joining us online. All righty, Tiny. Turn off my volume here. All right. Okay. Rob writes, big picture is important because it's usual to focus on self-preservation, which should be balanced with the common good. Absolutely. It's always that. It's interesting. It always is that both and, right? Where we both have this concern for the common good, and we also have this concern, like, a very healthy self-concern, which is good. Connor writes, one of my favorite Swedenborg quotes, the formula for heaven on earth. It really is so positive. And it's like linchpin stuff. And it as I'm rereading it, even this morning, right? You and I both grew up in the new church world. And those passages, like, boy, I was looking at stuff online, like headlines. It was awful. It was awful. It was awful, awful, awful. And I'm just feeling like, man, this is why spirituality can really matter, because it can help with these kinds of things, which is very powerful. All right, so let's flip over onto New Church Lives page there. Okie dokie. All right, number of comments over there. Linda, good morning to you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Patricia, great to see your heart joining us this morning. Marcus, good morning to you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. Nice meeting with you yesterday. And Paige, my dear friend, good morning to you. So wishing you folks all the best. Lots of fun things to think about today, and just have a great day. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.